Did it affect you in other ways?
Well, we had to probably be more saving, and money was tight.
What was life like during the Great Depression? It got tighter.
Yes, it did. Really did. I know. They was burning the corn because it wasn't worth anything. They burned it for fuel. And then eggs were 10 cents a dozen, and we didn't raise anything for those 2 years. When it was depression. It was a drought.
Didn't raise anything?
It was drought. No.
So it was a hard time.
Boy, it was so hot that you had the baby. If you had a baby out, in the wind or anything in the car, it almost burned the baby. It's so hot.
Really?
Hot wind.
So, tell me, what do you remember about the experience of losing Dorothy Ann?
Oh, well, she just couldn't get well, so I just knew it started perhaps as soon as she's born. She just had that diarrhea and couldn't get over it.
She died of diarrhea?
That's what caused her death.
Really? How old was she then?
Oh, just a few days.
Just a few days old? I guess I'm going to ask you about your kids now. So I have notes that you took before this interview in advance, and I'll prompt you. But my question is, for each of your living children, you get to describe them in 10 words or less, and then talk about his or her biggest strength.
Biggest strength.
Their biggest strength, and then her or his greatest challenge, and then any advice that you have or funny stories to add. And I have some funny stories that I can prompt you on as well. And we can start with Agnes and go down the line. Your oldest is Agnes.
Well, she's bossy, but she's a good boss. She's very energetic, and she gets things done and organized.
She's organized. Okay. Yeah, you say here that she's a hard worker, and she's kind and generous, and ambitious.
That's right.
Yeah, she does get things done. Okay. And what are her challenges? Anything come to mind?
Oh, her challenge. I don't know. She wants, let's see, she wants everything done. Well, I don't exactly know what you mean by challenge.
Well, I guess you kind of named it, like, just her bossiness, I guess, is what you have on the list here. But what funny stories do you have about Aggie? I have here, I just have a phrase that says Trabby Aggie. What's that about?
Well, Joanne couldn't talk very plainly, so she called her Trabby Aggie. But then when I said bossy, to put a good boss.
A good boss, right. Good. All right, so who's the next one then? Grace? Talk about Grace.
She was the motherly type. She always looked after my babies when I went to town or anything, I gave her instructions how to take care of the babies, and she did it too. You could depend on her. And she was overly ambitious. And what else have I got?
You have energetic and kind, considerate, and and then you put, maybe this would be her challenge, takes a lot of time to shop and buys nothing.
Yeah, that's good.
That's Grace.
Yeah, that's Grace.
Any funny stories about Grace?
Well, that's funny about shopping and buying nothing.
Yeah, that's funny. I have here she had rheumatic fever.
Yes, she
She
did.
survived rheumatic fever and had a heart murmur, is that right?
I think she's born with a heart murmur.
She was born with a heart murmur. How old was she when she got rheumatic fever?
16.
Oh, she was a teenager then.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You want to say anything else about Grace?
No, let's get on with it.
Okay, we're in a hurry. Okay then. Okay, let's see. Well, the next I have in the lineup is Carolyn. You want me to read you what you have about Carolyn?
Yeah.
Okay. Carolyn is opinionated, intelligent, generous, let's see. She's a songwriter and laid back.
And the flower flies.
And the flower flies. Oh, that's what this says. I couldn't read it. Flower flies.
Everybody knows what that means, you know.
Tell me what that means for the people watching this tape.
Well, one time I was at Grace's, and that was when Jerry was working, and I think I made some bread. And Jerry called up and asked Grace, I think he said, well, what's Dorothy doing or something? And Grace said, the flowers flying. And, oh my God. I said, Grace. I said, he'll be home here. I hurried, to clean my mess up. But sure enough, he did come home. He came home, and he never did come home during the noon hour. He came home to see how much mess it was.
Oh, no.
But I had it cleaned up before he got home. But that's how that term got originated. Flowers flying.
And Carolyn, does she make the flower fly too then?
Oh, yeah, she always is baking something. She's a good baker.
Seems like all your girls, at least, learn to cook pretty well.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, and then I also have about Carolyn that she nearly suffocated. What was her close call?
She was in the cornfield, not the cornfield, the corn crib, where the corn was rolling down, and I don't know how it happened, but she was in there, and I think Ed pulled her out by the hair of the head.
You're kidding.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have
The
been,
corn was rolling down,
and she could have suffocated
Yeah.
that way?
Mm-hmm.
Could have been really fatal.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Your guardian angels in your family are pretty amazing.
Yeah, it had to be that many kids.
Yeah, they needed one for each kid. Well, I have Marty next. You want to hear what you have for Marty?
What?
Good host. He's always inviting people to his house.
That's true.
He's very hospitable. Egotistical, politically inclined, and a good family man.
Well, I think that's true.
Let's see, what stories? What do you have about stories for Marty?
Oh, let's see.
What would he say around dinner time?
Oh, he he always wanted to make sure I had peas, beans, corn, or tomatoes. If I had that with my potatoes. Didn't care about meat, but make sure I had one of those.
And what was he looking forward to after the meal?
And after the meal, he'd say, what do you got for dessert? But he's very complimentary. No matter what kind of a meal I had, he'd always compliment me. Said, Mom, that's a good meal. Always did.
That's great.
Yes, it was. Because Ed would never give me a compliment.
But Marty came.
Marty did.
Sounds like it. Okay. The next one I have is K. You want to hear what you have for K?
Yeah.
Okay. K is also opinionated. Is that right? She's smart, laid back, considerate, and kind.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. What about stories for K?
I don't remember.
Let's see.
Oh, about the getting left at church.
Yeah. What happened with that?
One day when I was at church, I think it was at Red Oak, and I went home and left Kay, and the kids didn't say a word. They could let me go all the way home. I was driving.
And Kay had been left at church?
Uh-huh. And then when we went back to get her, she says, here comes the old nut now.
Who'd she say that to?
Whoever was standing there.
I heard this story. I heard it was the priest. I heard she was standing there talking to the priest.
She probably was.
Here comes that dumb nut now. Talking about her dad.
Yeah, I was talking about her dad. Probably Father Mackin.
Uh-huh. That's funny. And I also have here for Kay's close call. Do you remember Kay's close
Oh,
call?
heavens, yes.
What happened with that?
Well, it was a truck, gas truck, you know, that you get gas, fill the barrels with.
Uh-huh.
Drove in the yard and filled up gas barrel, and she jumped up on the side, what do you call it? Side, what do you call it, little, before you step up?
I don't know.
Side,
Step?
you know where you get, before you get in a car, the fender, or not the fender,
Yeah. I
Tom,
don't know
you
the name of it. I know what you're talking about.
The-
Sidewalls or
Yeah.
know where you step up.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, she stepped up there, and then when the truck started going, she fell off. And the back wheel, you know, the back wheel, there's two back wheels.
Uh-huh.
And the
big
one of 'em-
truck.
One of them rolled over her,
You're kidding.
right over her vagina.
What happened?
And blood was coming out of her vagina. And when the doctor saw that, he gave her 15 minutes to live.
You are kidding me. So you thought you were going to lose Kay.
Well, yes. Just wasn't her time to die.
Huh. And she was able to have babies too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a miracle.
That was a miracle.
Wow. That must have been pretty traumatic.
Well, that man that run over her, he felt so terrible, and I felt so badly for him because it wasn't his fault.
An accident.
And this accident, and he brought her a great big doll. And he was scared. Well, I'm scared she's going to die too. But the doctor just said 15 minutes is all she could live. So
How old was she? Do you remember?
I think 4.
So she was a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Run over by a gas truck. Well, thank God. Okay. Next we have Michael. Your son Mike. For Mike, you have that he is got a good personality. Mike is friendly and honest and fun. Probably funny. Anything you want to say about Mike?
Well, I can't say. No, I guess that's about it.
Well, I have a little phrase here I need an explanation for.
What is it?
Pack of wolves.
Well, one time I was coming home, you know, in the car, and it was about a mile from home, and they were fighting in the car. So I made him get out and walk home. And he stopped at the neighbors and said that the whole pack of wolves going to attack him, you know, and he wanted me to come and get him, but I wouldn't do it, you know.
You left him out there with a pack of wolves?
He just said that. There wasn't any wolves at all. He just said that.
Not just one wolf, but a whole pack.
Whole pack of them. So no, I didn't go get him.
So did he end up walking home?
Uh-huh.
One tough mama you were. What was his close call?
He caught on fire once. Ed was very careless. He'd come in from the field with a tractor hot, and he'd pull up and not even set the tractor off. He'd put gas in it.
While it was running?
Mm-hmm. And in a way, what did Mike do?
Was it a fire that he was throwing gas?
I think he was going to light something to get something started. He was lighting a fire, and he threw gas on it, and it just caught him on fire, and he just had presence of mind. He run, and there's a water tank right over the fence, and he went and jumped in that.
How far was it?
Well, just over the fence. He just had to get over the fence and get in that tank of water. That's what he did. But he was in the hospital a long time. He had to have skin graft.
Wow.
And, the smell of the skin, you know how it is. Oh, it was terrible. But I don't know if he has scars on his legs from that or not. I don't know. But it was a miracle.
Did you see this happen too?
Yeah, I did. I saw him running. Where in the world is he going? Well, he was a big kid. He was probably 16.
When this happened? Okay. All right. So next we have Judy, my mom. For Judy, she's generous to a fault, kind-hearted and sensitive.
Yeah, that's the word I was trying to think of the other day. Sensitive.
Sensitive?
You have to be very careful what you say to Judy, because she gets mad. Do you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
She'll read something into it that you have no idea. Well, like you didn't know what sensitive meant, but she's a very good person.
And Judy's close call was what?
Polio.
Right. Tell me about that.
Oh, God, I don't like to talk about it. It's the worst story of my life, I think.
Really? Out of all those tragedies?
Well, yes, it was the worst.
Really? How come?
Because it left her crippled. But she don't want to ever say the word crippled. She's independent. She doesn't want you to mention that. But it was there's all kinds of kids had polio. Well, some of them died. They had it in the lung. But she was in Smith 4 months in the hospital, St. Joe's Hospital, in Omaha. She was very bashful. She wouldn't make it. There was just one guy in the hospital that she'd make up with, and he was kind of a clown, I think. That's about enough about that.
How old was she?
She was 4.
4.
Yep. Tony was very good to me when that happened. He was very, very supportive.
What did he do for you?
Oh, he bought her a bicycle, and he was right there to help me.
Well, you know the next kid after Judy? Guess I don't have to tell you the order.
But
Joanne. What do we have for Joanne? Let's see. Joanne is generous and kind and a lover of wiener dogs. You have a lover of wiener dogs on here. And she's ambitious and hardworking.
that's all. Anything else you think of? I think that's how it's about her, all right.
That's Joanne.
Mm-hmm.
And what was her kind of tragedy when she was growing up?
Well, she got these bones, you know. Can't think of the name of that old osteo something.
On her bones, the bumps.
The bumps.
How old was she? Did she have those from birth?
Well, you see, I didn't know. It seems like I was taking her to a doctor. I think I took her to a chiropractor even. I think I don't know if she's 12 years old or what. I found these bumps. And she had several surgeries. But a lot of times they didn't want to operate, but because they said, unless it bothers you, Joanne. But she wanted them off of them. They were kind of big and ugly.
Did they hurt?
Yeah, they were painful.
And that's when she was about 12, you think?
Well, it started when she's around, that's how I found out about it, I think. When she was going to college she went to summer school in Corinda and picked up some grades, and she was on crutches then because she's had surgery. And I remember she drove over there with her crutches to attend college in the summertime. She was ambitious.
Pretty determined.
Yes.
I have a few phrases for her too, I think. I have corn cobs and clothespins. What's that about?
Well, Joanne always played with clothespins, but she always pulled the cows out. She had them for animals. She had them for pigs or something, you know. And she'd build houses and everything.
Pretty creative.
She'd entertain herself for a long time. She didn't have to be entertained, I tell you.
But she had to hide behind the couch, huh?
Sometimes she'd get behind the couch.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. She did. Yeah. One time she shot. No, that was Carolyn. Something set on the fire.
Oh. You want to tell that story?
No, forget about that.
Okay. And I have something about a buzzsaw for Joanne.
Buzzsaw?
What's a buzzsaw?
Guess I don't know that story.
What about she fight a buzzsaw?
Oh. I guess so.
I think you said it.
No, I think your mom said it. I think so. Who was it she used to fight a lot with? I think it was Jim.
Oh.
Jim used to torment her terribly.
Really?
Yeah, he did. I don't...
She had a pretty good temper, too.
Yeah, she did.
Well, they were closest in age, too, right?
Yeah, they were close in age.
Well, we can go on to Jim now. He's the next one. I have on my list that you wrote down, Jim is a smart guy, he's a leader, and he's known for his homemade fudge and homemade ice cream. And he's caring guy. Anything you want to add about Jim?
Oh, your mom said she really likes to talk to Jim because she feels he's so educated and he's so smart. I don't know. Your mom said that. You don't have to put that down.
Well, that's a strength. That's a strength of Jim's.
And he's not judgmental.
He's pretty laid back, it seems like. It's a good quality. I have a few phrases for Jim you're going to have to talk about. I'll even say it the way I've heard it. Close the barn door! What's that about?
Well, we used to have a pony, and Jim would he'd get on the pony and ride it, but he'd go out to get on the horse. He'd get on the brooder house to get on it, because it wasn't a Shetland, and he'd holler for someone to close the barn door because the horse was headed right toward the barn, because the horse knew he couldn't guide it, or he just, the horse was taken over, and the horse would go right through the barn and try to scrape him off.
He was a runaway horse.
Try to scrape him off.
So he figured if the barn door was closed, then
Yeah,
what?
he couldn't do that. The horse couldn't do it. That horse was so smart.
What horse was it?
Baby face.
Babyface. So, and then I also have for Jim a quote. It says, "You got your seed back, but that's about it."
No, not your feed, your seed.
Your seed. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Well, when he was born, he was so small. He only weighed 414. And that's what the doctor said. You got your seed back, but that's about all.
That's funny. He was a tiny guy.
Yep.
Who knew he'd get so tall, right?
And what?
Who knew he'd get to grow to be so
Yeah,
tall?
I know.
All right, the last in line, last but not least, is Donna.
Hmm.
For Donna, I have smart, kind, laid back, hard worker, thoughtful, and caring. What do you want to say about your baby?
Well, that's good.
Anything else?
Hmm.
Well, I don't really have anything, well, I don't have any tragedy for her, but I got some cute stories. Something about always being in the medicine cabinet. What was that about?
Oh, I don't know. She's always had to have medicine. She's in the medicine chest all the time.
What for?
Doctor, you know, doctor. She'd have something to rubbing on or putting in her nose or.
And when was her favorite time to get into the medicine chest?
Oh, it's about when I was in the tub. I'd look up. I thought I was in the tub, you know, just to take a bath in a hurry. And I looked up, and that knob was turning.
The doorknob?
Doorknob was turning. She went and got a key or something out of the door. There she was getting in there. She didn't want in there at all. She just wanted to be ornery.
Maybe you knew she'd be a nurse by that.
Yeah.
And then what about when she was a flower girl for one of her big sister's weddings?
Oh yeah, she's only 4, and it didn't bother her a bit. Well, she wasn't nervous a bit about it. And she, after this is over, she runs down to me and she says, "Did I done a good job?"
Did I done a good job?
And you know, to this day, you know, when Carrie was a flower girl, Carrie, Don remembers it, said, "You done a good job."
That is cute.
Yeah.
Carrie, her daughter?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so that's the kids. That's the lineup. And then I wanted to see what you'd want to tell all of them collectively. What advice do you have? What are your words of wisdom for your children?
What do I have written down there?
Let's see. Says, to each of you, my advice is, do what you are doing and do it well. Be happy, and I love each and every one of you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Do you want to add to that at all? Talk to your kids?
I regret that I never told my children I loved them. You know, I loved them, but I never, you know, Helen, the one that stays with me, she's always saying, you know, when she's talking to her kids or matter, well, you do it too.
I do.
I love you. I love you. You know, it's just a good habit. I just didn't have that habit. It didn't come easy for me.
Go ahead and tell them now.
I love each and every one of you.
Anything else you want to tell your kids?
Well, thanks. Thanks for the interview. I know I done a poor job.
You've done a good job. You've done a good job. Do you want to take a break now? You need to take your time with these questions, okay?
Probably won't know the answers.
Take your time. Okay. Okay. Grandma, when Ed died, what was the hardest thing for you to adjust to?
Well, living by myself. I was always scared. I never had stayed by myself. And when he was in the hospital, I didn't have any drapes up to my window, and so I put sheets up that night. I was so scared. That's about, just being afraid to stay by himself.
It must have gotten better then.
Oh yeah. Because I just look around all the other widows and somebody, you know, living by themselves.
In what ways was your life easier after Ed died?
Well, I wasn't under so much stress. As I said, the Lord knew I couldn't take care of him. I had these problems, and my mom said, God never gives you more than you can carry on your shoulders, and I believe that. I had, you know, I wasn't well myself. We started the Dingalings and had the new accomplishments and entertaining at the nursing home, and that helped me to adjust.
Tell me about the Dingalings. What were the Dingalings?
Yeah, they were a group of senior citizens that formed together, and each had an instrument to play, and we went to, I don't know, 12 or 16 nursing homes regularly for years.
How many years?
Oh, I'd say 12 years.
God.
We brought a lot of enjoyment to the nursing homes, and we enjoyed it ourselves. It was a lot of fun. And one time we were entertaining at Villisca, and this woman lost her false teeth. and she says, I lost my damn teeth. She says, and everybody was just dying laughing because they thought that was part of the act, and she really didn't. They fell out of her mouth.
On the floor?
On the floor. She grabbed them quick and put them in her mouth. Everybody was laughing so hard they couldn't entertain. It was just.
It's so funny.
That was just some of the things went on, but the audience thought it was part of the act. I guess, I don't know. We had lots of fun.
Now, I didn't put this question in here, but somebody wants to know if you were the only person in the band who had any talent.
Oh.
Were you the only one?
No. Heavens, no.
But you played the piano, right?
Well, we had another woman that played the piano. I played the
keyboard,
and we changed off. I played the piano, but and we had Bobby Reagan. He was younger. He had an organ, and he was really good, and he sang and played. He was a lot younger than we were, but added a lot to our